You've upgraded your background. You look like you're in like a. You know, you should have like a glass of whiskey and a cigar with a fire behind you. You know,
very drunk.
Yeah,
nice to be back. Nice to be back. While since we've talked horror and spooky shit, so good to be back. Let's see who we've got in the comments. We have got Fuzzy of the Dunlop, the only place you want to get your hashtag spooky shit from. Let's have it. Appreciate the support as ever, Fuzzy Dunlop. We've got Super Sorrel, evening chaps, evening Sorrel. Hope you're well, bud. And we've got Andy Roberts.
Good evening.
Lots to get through. You've made me watch some shit today, man.
Hang on. There was one thing you made me watch, and that's like 84 minutes of my life. I will give you that. Back. So don't even start on me.
But you sent me 2 trailers to watch, and dear God, I was going to punch the telly. We've got Wayne, hashtag Ginger Pubes. Wrong show, Wayne. But thank you for your support anyway. So yeah, lots to get through tonight, guys. This is going to be fun for me, James. Do you know why?
Why is that? Why?
I can do shit all. So normally you do Sweet Fanny Adams, really. You're a lazy fuck. And I do everything. I do all the slides and everything, But because I'm at work at the moment, you've done everything today, really.
I did the slide. Well, to be fair, I curate the show. So like I pick the topics and you can throw a couple in whatever you want to, but like I generally, so and you just throw the slides together. Whereas I've done,
I just throw the slides because
just throw the slides together. I mean, it doesn't take that fucking long, man. Like why? I don't know. Why you're about it, like.
Right? Okay. Oh well, you can do it from now on, James. Cracking. Thanks. You heard it here, folks. Mr. Keegan is doing it. Here we go. SM here. Here's Peter the Bully again. A piss off. Yeah. Right. So James, let's crack on, mate.
Let's go. So so we didn't have a show a couple of weeks ago. We were in London, went to see the Stranger Things show. That was great. So we have about a month of news to get through. So we'll just James go. He won't do them, Fuzzy. He's refusing.
I refuse.
So he says, "Go do it with Simon." I'm like, come on.
Someone's got to entertain Simon, and I think you're the man for the job, James. Okay, I think you and him are on the same. You share a room together. Do you know what I mean?
We did. We cuddled.
He's a kin. Nice. He's a kin now. Yeah, you can share a room from now on.
He's less hairy than you are, though, so it's a little bit colder.
That is
it's like
true.
Skin on skin. It's not the fuzz that you get, So
I would imagine he's smooth. Well, we know he is because
he shaves himself.
Breaking news. Simon shaves his entire body. Did he say daily? I can't remember if he said
daily because he had a razor in the shower, and I was like, "What's that for?" And he goes, "What you think?" And I'm like, "Why are you so aggressive for, man?" Like I was just curious. What part of you? Apparently, all of them. So
shaves his entire body.
Yeah. So that's a 3-minute tangent. So let's just
okay. Let's move on.
Yeah. So this is how long it's been since we did a show. We're talking about San Diego Comic-Con, which was fucking ages ago. It feels like. So Jason Universe had a panel. So there was a couple of announcements. We're getting a new video game. So presumably a successor to the multiplayer one that we got a few years ago. I'd imagine it'll be something along that vein. I'd love a single player thing. But we'll see anyway. And then they've officially announced that a new movie is in pre-production at the moment. So like it's being written at the moment. We'll get that probably in the next year or two. So there was an officially released Friday the 13th thing, which we'll talk about a bit later.
You sent me that to watch, and we are going to talk about it later on, but I hadn't realised it was official. But it's actually a commercial, isn't it? It's
it's an ad for Angry Orchard Cider.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and I have some Angry Orchard slides later, actually, so I'll talk about it a bit then. So so a bit of Jason Universe. Nice to see that has a presence there, at least, that they're and there's some cool, there's some t-shirts, they gave away masks and stuff, so I think that's quite nice. That was cool. Goosebumps has been cancelled. Peter, I know you watched the first season, you didn't watch the second
No,
yet.
I didn't. I don't think I did watch that. I think I started watching it, and I think... Did you watch it? I can't remember if you.
No.
I seem to remember. Yeah, I seem to remember someone in our kind of orbit wasn't overly impressed by it, and it never really appealed to me. I nearly watched the second season because I had David Schwimmer in it.
Yep.
And I'm a bit of a fan of Friends, but then I heard that was pretty naff as well. And it's just, do you know when, me and you, James, seem to watch everything that's on TV and then record stuff about it. And there's just so much stuff to watch. It just went to the very back of the pile, and
I'm the exact same. Like, it's the point where like my other half does be like, "Oh, let's start this show," and I'm like, "Listen, I have a laundry list of things I want to watch that I don't have time for." Like, I'm not watching another thing out of nowhere.
I feel really bad because like Alona comes to me and says, "Oh, there's a new crime program or detective," and I was like, I don't care. We've got Aliens to watch. We've got Dexter to watch. We've got, there's 15 crap films that Keegan's told us I've got to watch. It just never ends, Never mind.
Like it's sad to see something, a creative thing go away. Like, I'm very nostalgic for the original Goosebumps series, but I just didn't bother watching this because it just didn't look tonally like, it didn't look like a new version of that. It looked like it's a different thing. So I'd like, give it a few years. We'll get a new reboot. Hopefully something that is just literally a modern version of that original show. I think that would do really well.
Yeah. I mean, I can't say I'm sad it's going because I never watched it. Sorrel's
makes no difference to me.
Yeah. Sorrel's saying new series was cack.
Yeah. So there we go. A Quiet Place Part 3 has been officially announced. I believe it is scheduled for 2027. So a couple of years away. John Krasinski returning to direct that as well. It's very exciting. I think this is like a series where you forget how good it is until you watch it again or a new one comes out, and then you're like, oh, these are amazing. So like, this is most likely going to be like a 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10, modern classic. Like,
so I'm getting mixed with because we had the prequel. What happened in the last one? Was the last one when they went on the little island? Yeah,
and they're with Cillian Murphy, and then isn't it the daughter finds a way to no, that's in the first one. She finds a way to like hurt them.
I think on the second one they go to a little island somewhere, and then one of the creatures is on a boat.
Yeah,
and gets on the
everybody.
island. Yeah. I
I
can't remember how it ended. I have to be honest.
I can't remember how. I feel like it was like they kind of putting together a plan to get rid of the aliens, where they're using the kind of radio frequencies or something. It was something along those lines.
You know what? I do love this universe. I loved the one we saw a couple of years ago, the prequel.
Yeah.
I love the design of the monsters in these. So yeah, I'll happily watch this. Yeah. She's still alive in it, isn't she? I know Krasinski died in the
first one. Yeah. So she's still alive. The whole family's still alive there. Yeah. I think Cillian Murphy died. I'm not 100%.
I can't even remember him being in it. Wayne saying only seen the first film. Wayne, they're all good, but I really enjoyed the prequel one with can't remember the guy from Fantastic Four, innit?
And Stranger Things. Yeah. His name's escaping me as well. Yeah, Fuzzy.
Johnny Storm's in it. Johnny Storm's in it. But the first one, the prequel, was a good film. I really enjoyed it.
Well, like one of my favorite sequences in any movie over the last like 10 years is the opening of 2, where it's like they're playing baseball and the aliens just start falling out. And that's why I loved like the idea for day 1, where it's like, do a whole movie on that in New York. That's amazing.
C4 Dark Me, and I would like that actually, because I liked his character. He died obviously in the first one, but there was plenty of time before that film even takes place.
Oh yeah.
So we could see these characters come back, couldn't we?
2 had the opening sequence, and then I think there was a flashback later. He's like, because he's directing it, he's on set. There's no reason for him not to be in it. Exactly. Like to just film a flashback or a ghost sequence or whatever.
Fuzzy saying, I think it would have had more impact as a standalone film. Yeah. I mean, it was a very good film, and you always worry with these that you lose the quality, the more sequels and things that churn out. I don't feel that yet with this.
No, I think this has maintained across the 3 films so far a consistent quality. That they are all fantastic movies, So like I'm happy. I like the universe, and I like them. Yeah, I like the monsters. I like seeing more with them. So I'm happy to a finale, and let's end this. Yeah. And I think that should be it then.
I still see the world's most irresponsible parents, mind.
I mean, they walked ahead of their 4-year-old toddler.
Not just that. They walk ahead of the 4-year-old, and then they actively had a baby in this universe, knowing that sound attracts creatures. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. They did their best to soundproof it. If you want more of our thoughts on baby proofing and the
we did it.
we haven't. I'll be right back on the first movie, so you can
go check that out. Just to say, ladies and gents, we've got 11 people watching. Please do hit that like, subscribe, and thumbs up, and all that jazz. It would be much appreciated.
Yeah. Sorrel says it's universal. They never let the cash cow die. That's a fair
very
point.
true.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
true.
I just think like maybe do another spin-off if you want to, but like there shouldn't be a part 4. It's like let's finish these characters, wrap their story up. So
piss off.
Comedian Matt Rife
This stupid doll.
has purchased the Warrens Museum. So he's currently the owner of the Annabelle doll, along with a friend of his. I'm fascinated because I couldn't find a number of how much they paid for that. Because like surely like there's like some super rich like Conjuring fan out there that was like, yeah, I want to buy all that stuff. Like I want to own that.
Side note. Have had a cause of death for the guy who died whilst transporting the doll?
Yeah, it was the
yet?
doll. Did it?
It wasn't the Jesus
was the
Christ. I don't believe it doesn't say on the cause of death form doll, does it? What did he die of? You can't say he died of doll. Do you know what I mean? What did
He died of fright.
He died of fright. Hell.
Yeah. This is interesting. Sorrel mentioned the other day that he's going on tour with it.
Sorrel's going on tour with it.
No, that my Rife is like going to go on tour. I think that would be really cool to take these around the world and let people see them.
So would you
really
go?
cool.
Would you go and touch the doll?
I wouldn't touch it. I'd go look at it.
You wouldn't touch it.
I wouldn't touch it. No, bad juju, man. I wouldn't do that.
God, I mean,
And I know deep down in my heart, it's just a fucking doll. Like there's nothing.
Yeah.
The Warrens were probably con people, you know, who made up half a shit. But still, I wouldn't risk it because why would you? You know, what do you get out of it?
Yeah, fair enough. I'd go and poke it in the eye. Look at it. I'd slap it about. Do you know what I mean? That would be a good short for YouTube. Hashtag content. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Annoyed at this franchise, we don't know what they are or where they come from. No way to rebuild civilization, really.
Oh, Quiet Place, yeah.
Yeah. I quite like the fact that it's a bit of a mystery, I guess.
Yeah.
And they don't eat the people.
I like that it's just that they're angry at noise.
Yeah.
And so they just launch blindly towards wherever it's coming from, yeah. So like I think that's cool.
One word, weirdos.
If I had the money, I'd do it. I'd buy it. Well, no, I don't know. Does that make me its guardian then, you know?
But you wouldn't. You've just said you wouldn't touch it. So what would you do with it? Just kind of transport it around.
I'd
your
have
wooden
other
box or
people
something?
touch it for me. I'd look at it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Sorrel's saying he doesn't think we've had an official rule on the death yet. He said no foul play and died of natural causes. But waiting county coroner. You make my point, James. I think he's on about weirdness. SM, it's real. You can feel the evil energy of the doll through the screen.
Hashtag I don't claim this energy.
Wow. Matt Rife? Don't know who
That
Matt
is him.
Rife
Yeah,
is.
that's Matt Rife. Yeah, so it
Which
is
one's
random
Matt Rife?
on the right there. So I've never watched any of his stand. I've seen some clips of him stand-up routines. I know that people don't generally like him at all. It's
He'd be using it instead of the socks, Josh. That's the problem.
Exactly, yeah.
Hashtag crusty Annabelle. Yeah, that would be. That must be bad juju. I've
Off the rails,
cursed
guys.
myself there.
I would
yeah.
imagine so. I'd imagine the demon spawn would come out. You know, like yeah.
It's
all
just-
the Annabelle dolls in my room are staring at me. I'm scared.
It's just so funny, isn't it? Because you see the movie Annabelle, and I think it's a pretty good doll, and then you see that, and I think, piss off.
Yeah.
That's not.
Well, to be fair, those movies wouldn't have had the impact if that was the doll that we saw in the movie. You know.
Are you familiar with Rosie and Jim?
Yes.
I'll give you a
yeah,
clue.
the
Bum, bum, Rosie and Jim.
Yeah.
Rosie and
Yes,
Jim.
I do
Yeah, I just love
remember
Rosie
that,
and
yeah.
Jim. The doll just looks naff. I agree.
Probably smells as well, wouldn't it? It'd stink.
Well, after you've had your way with it would. Yeah, it'll be all crusty and smelly. Yeah. Blech. Yeah.
On the face.
That's one way to piss off an evil doll splodge on its face. Fuzzy Sorrel, have you got a crusty Annabelle? What happened to our shows of late?
I don't know, man.
Do you know what I mean?
We're just off the rails.
Yeah, that is very true. James had the bed covers of Rosie and Jim. No, he doesn't. They were never on a PlayStation game. No.
They might have been. You don't know that.
Let's move away from the doll because it's...
Right.
Whoa!
Okay, so for those who haven't seen Weapons, We're not going to directly spoil it, but there's some stuff we're probably going to mention here that you might infer what happens in the movie, or it would be shit that I wouldn't want to know about if I was going to see it. So mute for a minute if you don't want to know anything about it. So WB is has a Aunt Gladys spin-off in development. So this is one of the characters from Weapons. Just to vaguely say that I like the mystique of this character. And although I think there are some really cool things you could do with a prequel of this character, I'm sort of like, I don't think it's necessary, really.
So, absolutely. You can check our review of what Weapons out over on the channel. I'm interested in this universe, but it doesn't have to be connected to her, if that makes sense. Again, I'm trying to be vague. But I like the universe and the ideas and the mythology. But I don't think it's necessary to say, because also, if you're going to do a prequel, even outside of all of that makeup, and this is no disrespect, but even outside of all that makeup, that's an older lady. So to do a prequel, it's like, well, I suppose you could claim
cast younger or claim that age
because of what she is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, I'm sure you get the right person for it. Could be an awesome movie. So I'd never poo-poo it, but I'm just like, I don't think this is really necessary. And I would probably rather, if we get a new Weapons thing, it's Zach Krieger that's doing it. So if he doesn't want to do this, then they're gonna have her dancing in a nightclub like Megan too, and it'll be a shit show calling it now. Yikes! Yeah.
I'm not that bothered about seeing a prequel to this, I guess, to be honest. Yeah. Nick.
Now this is not in the area of horror, but not necessarily directly horror. But also it was a Nic Cage thing, so I'll just throw this in here. So Nic Cage is in talks to star in True Detective season 5. Are you a True Detective fan?
Christ, is that season 5? I watched that one. I think that's the first season.
First one, which is one of the best seasons of television ever made. I think, like, incredible.
I watched that and enjoyed it, but I have to say I've not watched any of them since. This first season, was that the one where at one point there's are they using like deer antlers and things to skewer a body?
That's the first one. The second one is Colin Farrell's like a dirty cop.
No, I never watched
the third one is Marshall Ali, and the fourth one I think has some supernatural stuff in it. It's Jodie Foster. Okay. So like I even though I haven't watched, I think I stopped halfway through 2 because I just wasn't like, the first one was so incredible. I just felt a bit let down, and I never watched any of the other ones. I will watch this though. Nic Cage starring.
So is he going to star in it? Is he?
Apparently, the main character, he'd be the main detective in it, which I'm like, I'm all for that. And I think like these play this very seriously. They're very grim. It's a very grim setting, for the tone for that show.
Okay.
So I'd love to see him do that. I'd love to see him really like go all out and do a super serious, crime thing.
It's funny though, isn't it? Because everybody knows my love of Nic Cage. But he's one of those actors now that I think pretty much anything he's in, all I hear and see is Nic Cage. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, 100%.
So for a gritty, realistic crime noir kind of thing, I don't know how that will work, because it'll just feel like Nic Cage is acting. Do you know what I mean?
You're gonna be every time he says a word in a weird Nic Cage way, it's gonna take you out of the thing. Yeah, I suppose I didn't even think of that.
I'm never gonna believe that he's a policeman. Put it that way. I'm gonna believe it's Nic Cage in the car with whoever else he's in with. So I don't know. I'm saying that, mind. I love his movies. And that, what was the last thing I saw him in? It was a horror one that we watched. I think you watched it. Arcadia.
I didn't see that one.
He was very good in that, and to be fair, he wasn't very Nic Cage in that.
Well, I saw him in The Surfer, and he was very good in that.
That's out in Sky.
But that has some some weird cageisms in it.
Proper Nic Cage.
Well. This will get me back on board.
Cage gives 200% no matter the budget. And even when it's not necessary, when he's not asked to give.
Oh, you're not paying for effort. You're paying for him to show up, and he'll just give whatever effort he wants to on the thing if he likes it.
Wow, Fuzzy, I'm not having that.
He's very porky.
He's fat shaming Cage. Nobody, you can't fat shame.
I would have thought he would have like gotten a bit more in shape because he's playing Spider-Man.
He's Spider-Man not, Noir. Is he really? He's not.
It's not going to be him. He's not setting foot in that suit. Yeah. But probably like because it's Sony, So they'll probably like just fucking trim him like in After Effects or something like that. I can imagine, like in the suit.
I mean, the Porky Cage, all I'm hearing is a more cuddly Cage. Do you know what I mean? So I'm all for that. I'm all for that. Yeah.
So, yeah. This is breaking news. This
bullshit.
This
This
just
is
happened.
bullshit.
Just happened an hour ago. Dexter Original Sin, which was renewed for a second season.
It was?
I think 4 or 5 months ago. We talked about it on the show back then. It's been cancelled. So
I
season 1
cannot
is
get
it.
my head around that. I really. The only thing I can think, because it was a great, very, very strong.
I haven't watched it yet,
series.
but I
very good.
will. I 100% will at some point.
The only thing I can, and this is a ridiculous excuse for it, the only thing I can think of is that the current series of Dexter, which is set in like proper Dexter continuity, is absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
And it's getting superb
Buzz.
reviews. The buzz about it.
Ratings.
So I don't know if they don't want to dilute the brand by going back and doing more. If I would imagine if the series we're watching now had fallen flat and wasn't getting praise, this wouldn't have been cancelled. I think this would have been Dexter going forward.
I think you're right. I think that's probably exactly it. That they're like, why would we waste resources doing a season 2 when we can just continue in the tone of the new one that everyone's loving at the moment? Even though like this got great reviews, people really did
It was
enjoy
a great
this.
series.
I would imagine we'll get some like because that second season was probably written and everything. We'll probably get in the next season of the main show some flashback stuff or some characters reprising roles and stuff. I'd imagine we'll get that. But that's a shame because I think the main guy was. From what I've seen of him, was great in it, and
Great cast: Christian Slater, Sarah Michelle Gellar,
Slater.
all very good. Fuzzy saying having multiple Dexter shows at the same time is a silly idea. I do agree with that, Fuzzy. I kind of, in my very simple brain here, thought because of the length of time it takes between seasons, you would kind of have like an Original Sin season 1 year, then the next year you'd go back to original Dexter.
So you'd have a Dexter every year. But like I don't know if Dexter is the type of show that takes that long to make. Like unlike a House of the Dragon or so. I think they can get a season out a year. So it would the main show would be taking 2 years then if you had a season of this. And then if you do it every 6 months, then you're definitely over diluting it. So
have you watched any of the current series?
I've watched some bits of it. Like as I'm scrolling, I see clips and I'm like, this looks fucking amazing. Like so, I will.
I mean,
I can't find my Paramount password, which is the reason I'm not watching it. If I had just had it on there, I would be.
If anybody in the chat's watching it, just let us know your thoughts. Because for me, this is better than the original Dexter. I don't know what's happened with the writing talent or what, but they've got a mix of kind of dark, wry humour, which it always had, but they've just got it spot on. The guest stars, I'm going to say, every single one of them has worked beautifully. None of them feel like, do you know how you sometimes get shoehorned in a big actor to kind of, look at such and such? None of that. They're all spot on. Absolutely spot on.
I think it's because it's sort of, it's not taking itself as seriously anymore. Like it is a bit of a silly premise, but it's a cool one, and like I think people it's more fun now than it was previously. I think that's probably why. And then on top of that, you add in all these incredible actors doing these really cool, unique characters. A lot of them, it's very out of typecast for them as well, so that gets people interested. So I think it's just kind of a perfect storm of things like that, is my guess.
And I have to say, I fluctuate with my love for Peter Dinklage. He's great in this. Absolutely brilliant. So very cool. Great series.
Yeah. So
I'm gutted about that.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but hopefully we'll, that version will continue in some way within the main show. So on to the gaming news. So not Summer Games Fest. Gamescom is on at the moment, so we got a few things announced. We have a Halloween game coming. So this is from Ilphonic, who did the Friday the 13th game a few years ago. They also did the Killer Clowns in Outer Space game. They did Predator Hunting Grounds as well. So this is both single player and multiplayer. So there's going to be a single player campaign where you play as Michael, and you're in fact just stalking kind of. I think it's going to be sort of Hitman-esque, where you're just you have to kind of kill as many people as possible and not get caught effectively. So you're kind of stealthing around and shit like that. But the multiplayer, I would have imagined this would have been just, it's just going to be Friday the 13th again. But it actually did sound quite unique. So apparently it's the asymmetric thing again, where one person's Michael and you have like 4 or 5, 6 players playing as normal people. And the idea is that Michael has to go as Michael. You're not trying to kill the other players. You're trying to kill people within the map, like in their houses and stuff like that. And the people's job is to get the police to find you. So you have to kind of hunt them down and hunt Michael down, and you call the cops, try and corner him, trap him and stuff, so the cops get him. Sounded really cool. So I'm really interested in that. I'm mostly excited for a single player campaign because, like, I think I the over reliance on multiplayer for these kind of franchise things has been a bit like but like Halloween's my favorite horror franchise. 100% day one I'm getting this. I'll give the multiplayer a go, but the single player I'm very excited. So there's no gameplay at the moment. There was a teaser trailer. It's just a CG thing. But it looks really cool. I'm excited.
It would have been great if you got I don't know how they would weave it in, but a Jamie Lee Curtis kind of
well, Loomis is in it.
That would be pretty cool.
So
is he not dead?
He is. It's set in the 70s. I think it's like supposed to be the night of the first movie. So like I'd imagine you'll get Jamie Lee Curtis, like Laurie will be a playable character in there or something like that.
I meant the kind of the voice actors.
That'd be cool.
If you could get
they're not going to shell out for her, I don't think. I don't know, she'd be pricey to get
I think Jamie Lee Curtis is just very high profile at the moment, but she seems to do things she's passionate about rather than for the money, I would have thought.
Yeah.
But
the other thing is that she is 70, and so is her voice still...
70?
She will be 70. She will be at least. First movie's 45 years, and she would have been 20-something, 65, 70. So, but she doesn't sound 18 anymore, So,
no.
Yeah. No. We do we 100% know it's a story-based single-player campaign? They said single-player, but I didn't read anything about it. It's a story campaign, they've said. So they promised that. So it's not just going to be like bots, where you're basically playing like a multiplayer match, but just on your own. It's going to be like an actual story mode. So, excited for that. We have it coming up, C4 Dark Brain, in a couple of slides, I think. We'll talk about that in a minute. 67, yeah. So, getting there.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, excited for this, 2026. So, I'd imagine around Halloween, October next year.
Yeah.
Interested to see more of it.
Cute.
Resident Evil Requiem. So there is some gameplay now you can watch if you're interested to see it. There's a new trailer, just showcase kind of some of the characters in this, mostly the kind of main relationship with the main character and her mom. The mom is like a previous protagonist from like a multiplayer game from the 2000s. But the main thing is that you get a proper good look at the stalker character in this, and like I'm not looking forward to playing this because that thing looks absolutely terrifying. So yeah, you can see first person and third person modes kind of active. There's different like nuances, like if you're running away in third person, like she trips and falls. So like they've added kind of things like specific to whether you're playing in first or third person, because I think first person is supposed to be the scarier mode, and that's the one they recommend playing in. But I prefer like Resi in third person. But the other thing was that so in the like modern Resi games, you have like safe rooms. So when you get to them, like you have like you can save your game. There's like a storage box, so if you have items, you can store them in there for later and stuff. And the thing is, like the stalker characters can't go in there. But there's never really been an explanation for why. Like it's just like they follow you to the door and then they walk away. In this one, there's actually like they've worked it into the story that this character is sensitive to light. So when they walk into the safe room, they start burning and they walk out. So I thought that was a cool little touch. I thought. Like not necessary, but I think it's cool that they've added that. So
I like the design of it, man. It looks cool.
Yeah, really, really freaky deaky, and the way it moves, it's very like spider-esque. I think when it like crawls in the ceiling and stuff like that, like it looks scary as hell. So, I'm excited, but I'm just like, it's gonna be really creepy. So we've only seen like a little snippet. There's no combat in this sequence that they showed off, but I mean like classic Resident Evil with finding keys and shit.
Yeah.
Looks really fun, so excited for that.
Good stuff.
Alien Rogue Incursion. So this was announced at Summer Games Fest 3 weeks ago. So this was a VR game that came out last year. So it's a first person thing, but they've announced like an enhanced edition. So it won't be VR anymore. You can just play it like normal.
Oh, all right. Okay.
So it's just a normal first person shooter. So I can't remember the name of the character, but the main character in it is from like the comic books and the novels. So it's a character from like previous Alien media. But just like from the trailer of this, I'm like, yeah, this looks cool, like a atmospheric first person shooting xenomorphs kind of thing. A bit more horror-esque, but more action focused than something like Isolation. So I'm in a big Alien buzz now for reasons we'll talk about later. Yeah. But this is out I think next month, so I'll probably give this a go. Yeah, it looks really, really cool.
Part 1. So they obviously got more coming.
Yeah, so the VR one is getting a sequel. It's not been shown off yet. So I think they're just setting up that there's going to be an enhanced version of the next one as well. So
Okay.
And then John Carpenter's Toxic Commandos. This was announced a couple of years ago, and it just went kind of dark. So it's been revealed now. It's coming out, I think, early next year. So it's a first-person sort of Left 4 Dead style thing. I'm not really sure what John Carpenter's involvement really is in it. Like, I don't know, did he just write
Got
the
paid
basic
to have
concept?
his name go on the front.
Yeah. And then when I was looking up for these slides, I saw some comic books and stuff. So I don't know, is this based on a comic book that he did like a few years ago or something? Like
Never
that?
heard of Toxic
Never heard of it.
Commando.
Yeah. If you like your first person co-op shooter games, I'm sure this will be fun. Very Left 4 Dead-esque. I'd imagine this will be free on PS Plus and 6 months after it comes out. So I'll probably wait till then. But it's got that kind of synthy John Carpenter music, so I'm like, I dig that.
Okay.
So yeah, so it looks kind of
Nice.
interesting.
Looks cool.
Yeah. I think that's all for games. All right, figures.
Wednesday from Hot Toys. This is fresh out. I think this has only been kind of talked about from yesterday, I think it was. We had the teaser a little while ago. Interesting head sculpt. You get tons of props with this figure. You get the bag, obviously, the umbrella. A massive is it cello? A violin? I can't remember what you call it.
Cello. I think.
Which is interesting. You get 3 different versions of thing, which is quite cool in different poses. So I quite like that. A head sculpt. What do you think of the head sculpt?
So in some shots it looks amazing, and in other shots it looks just a touch off. So I don't know, is it the position, the eyes? I think in hand it's going to look really good. The photos aren't necessarily doing it justice, so I'm mixed on it. I think I'll need to see a person with it in their hands to know.
I'm not sold on the head sculpt. I don't know why. It just, there's something. I don't know. You do see Jennifer Ortega, I think, but it's not.
Yeah.
I don't think it's. I do think it's the eyes. I don't know. There's just some.
But I think she is sort of supposed to have a dead eye look to her, like the whole like she doesn't blink or anything like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuzzy's saying poor face. Sorrel is saying looks awesome. Not sure on the face though. Yeah.
Some poses it looks great. So we'll see. The magnetic base it looks like.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
And
That's pretty good.
the thing she must have magnetic panels on her somewhere or whatever, because the thing magnetically connects to our shoulders and things like that, our arms and stuff.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it's the trout pout. Yeah, I think you're right. It's interesting looking at the 2 shots, and these are 2 shots that Hot Toys have put out there. On one side, she's got quite a thin, angular face, and on the other shot, it doesn't look quite the same to me.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. We'll see. We'll get some blogger photos when this is nearer production.
Would this be something, if it does look good in hand, that you would get?
No, absolutely not. No, I like Wednesday and I'm enjoying the show, but I'm not connected enough to have a little girl in my collection. Do you know what I mean? It's just not for me, really.
Yeah. Okay. We have gotten a slew of, and we'll be talking about the latest trailer a bit later, but we've gotten a slew of merch from Welcome to Derry that's come out. That's basically just revealing what Pennywise looks like. And I think there's some story stuff you can kind of infer from it. So we have these 2. These are from McFarlane Toys, a gold label, and then Welcome to Derry Pennywise, and then a flashback Pennywise. So the flashback one, if you can see, has the hair is like a headpiece. So my assumption, that was very subtle, Peter.
Yeah.
Dude, try and get it closer to the mic if you could. It's like a separate headpiece. So my guess is that is like the human that Pennywise, the ish creature, has. Yeah, the real Pennywise would be my guess. It's cool to see that Pennywise, literally just design wise, is identical to the movie as well. So it's just gonna be classic Pennywise. But then we got some Funko Pops. And again, the skeleton man thing down here, I think that's going to be just a one-off jump scare thing. Him eating out of a kid's head is pretty hardcore.
Yeah.
To see.
I like that.
Yeah, and then Bob Gray, I'm assuming, that would be the real Pennywise guy. But then he has sort of that elongated head, so I'm not sure what's going on with it.
He's got a massive forehead, hasn't he?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then the headpiece is just for the hair, is it?
Yeah. Book Pennywise was never meant to be human. Yeah, I think they took some liberties in there with the.
Well, no, I think Pennywise. I'm not sure in the book, but my guess is that I think Pennywise was a real person, and the It just modelled.
Well, that's what they've done in the films, but I don't think that was.
Is that not in the book as well? No?
I don't think so. I think they expanded on it to stretch it out to 2 films.
Well, I suppose like in the
backstory and stuff.
In the new ones, it is like a old timey clown, like a carnival clown from the like late 1800s or whatever, or 1900s, early 1900s. Whereas in the original, it's just a modern clown, isn't it? Yeah. I suppose you're right. I like adding some. Like, go ahead and add some cool new lore. You know, I dig it. So, I'm stoked for this though.
Looks cool. Looks very cool. I'm loving that. I mean, it's Funko, so I'm not. But I do like the eating out of the head.
I'm just excited to see that scene in the show. To be honest, like
yeah, that looks pretty cool.
Yeah. Some Jason Universe stuff. So, we have a U2's figure, which I know I poo-pooed the design a little bit. Because I'm still I think he's not bulky enough for my taste. But I think in the U2's figure, like the clothes and stuff, I'm like, yeah, it's Jason. That looks perfect. So that's cool. If you like your U2's stuff, that's where it's taken over. I feel everything's getting U2's at some point here. And then so like we were saying, the short film, we'll talk about it in a bit. But it's a tie-in for Angry Orchard cider, and there's various like Angry Orchard cider cans with different like Friday 13 things on it. It just to me, it just feels so like icky. Do you know what I mean? Like that they're just kind of like pimping Jason out to sell
it's
fucking merch.
Strange link. But saying that, mind, we've got Coke cans with Beetlejuice on or whatever, Fanta cans with.
But the first Beetlejuice wasn't made to. Yeah, you know, the character wasn't made to be a mascot for a thing. It's just like a promotion for the film. Where like it's not that Angry Orchard is helping promote Jason Universe. It's that they're using Jason to promote Angry Orchard. I suppose, if you know what I mean. Like the short film's an ad for the cider. Like that's just weird. Just make a goddamn movie.
Well, I disagree with you on that. I do disagree with you on that. We'll talk about that in a bit, I guess. But I don't. We'll talk about that in a bit.
just feels a bit soulless. So U2s are great, just not 30 quid. Great. Yeah, I think they look pretty good quality for like 30. Just seems fairly reasonable to me. I think for the size of them that I've seen anyway. Yeah. So next up we have, so some more popcorn. I don't know where this fad has come out of, that everything's getting a goddamn popcorn bucket now. My cinema's hawking them for a $5 now because they can't get rid of them.
So my cinema had a, when I went, where did I go to see last? Can't remember. Weapons, I think it was. Yeah. They've got great big kind of cart things full of popcorn buckets going back to films from 2-3 years ago. Every single one, £2. You get what you want for £2. There was none that I wanted, but you know what I mean. It was great. These things are obviously just sitting on your shelves.
Yeah. So we have a Toxic Avenger one, like a toxic waste barrel. I think that's like, at least that's just a bucket. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. At least that's a popcorn bucket that's just styled different, rather than you've attached a whole another thing to a bucket. Yeah. But then like the Annabelle one here, where it's just Annabelle. It's just random, isn't it? It's so random. I don't get it. So,
Annabelle must be in that movie, or are they just sticking her on there to? I can't remember if we see her in the trailer.
I think there's a horror sequence with her in it. From the trailers anyway. Because she's the mascot of the Conjuring stuff, isn't she? Really?
Give me the Annabelle. I need it. Fantastic Four car was immense. Yeah. Seen the Annabelle popcorn bucket where you eat out of her.
I've got to put the slide in for that. You eat it out of her ass.
You're scared to touch her, never mind eat out of her ass.
That's fuck that. You don't know where that ass has been, you know? Like, comic books. So we have this was just announced there the other day. We have a Predator Badlands prequel book. So I think it's going to be 3 or 4 issues leading up to the movie. Yeah, I'm excited to give this. Like I said, I'm in an alien mood. Therefore, I'm also in a Predator mood because they're the same thing for me. So I'm really excited to give this a read and kind of in the month leading up to the movie.
Yeah, looks good. Looks good. I'll get into that.
Yeah. I have given this a read. I assume you didn't have the chance to.
No, I've not read this.
Read any of it now. So this is Creature Commandos. This was ran from like late last year to the beginning of the year. by David S. Malkian, who plays the Polka Dot Man. So he's also like if you've ever seen any of him, he's like a huge comic book nerd. He has a whole collection. And he loves like Universal horror and stuff. So I assume he asked, "Can I write Creature Commandos?" And they're just like, "Yeah, sure, why not?"
He does a lot of other published books as well.
He?
He's already established comic book writer.
Yeah,
and DC approached him to do this.
Oh right, okay, that's cool. So yeah, I gave this a read just because I've been in like a big DC buzz lately, and I just thought, oh, that would be interesting. So I'll give that a read. I thought it was fine. I don't think there was anything particularly special about it. The characters in it, I don't know if it's just because like I loved the show so much that I found the tone of that perfect, that this is something else that didn't really gel with it super well. I don't think it's bad by any means. I think like there's some interesting character dynamics in it. There's some cool action. I think the art is really good. But it's just not, I just wasn't blown away by anything in it.
You see, you're saying that second cover you've put on there, the white cover, I think is atrocious.
I think that's the trade paperback cover. I think.
Oh, right, okay.
I
don't know. It just doesn't look. He talked about this as a great. If you go on YouTube, there's a great. I think it's called One of Us.
Yeah, I watched that. That's it. Yeah. He's going through his collection and stuff. Yeah.
He talks about this a bit on there. So yeah. Very cool. He seems a really good guy. Actually, he
does. I really want to meet him just for him because he seems really cool. You know.
Just side note, phenomenal in Dexter. Absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, I've seen some clips of him. So, if you like your horror stuff, give it an issue and see if you gel with it. You know, I would say it's decent. It's good, but not like amazing or great or anything. You know, so there's that, and then Event Horizon: Dark Descent. You had a chance to read this?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I didn't understand fucking
thing. Not a thing. So I got to the end of it, and I have to say, I thought I'm gonna watch. I started watching Event Horizon, but I couldn't finish it. I as a story, it's interesting. It's got us intrigued to see what's going on. How it links to the film, I haven't got a clue. But that's maybe because I haven't watched the film for so long. But I was confused. But then, to be fair, when I think back, I think I was confused with the film. I think the film's quite a confused film.
So I've never seen the movie, so I have no frame of reference for what they're doing. Yeah. Like where, like they're jumping like into hyperspace kind of thing. I'm assuming this is. But then a demon shows up, sort of.
Kind of.
I'm just like, all right, but like they're going to hell or something like that. But but it's throwing all these characters at you. And I'm just like, this is the Australian guy, and this is the Indian girl, and this is the UK guy and stuff. And I'm just like, okay, and then it ends.
Yeah.
You know, like
so
it's sorry. One of them, a thing happens. One character does a thing, and then that's it. And so like, well, okay.
So this is a prequel. This is the story of the Event Horizon. I'm sure, and again, correct us in the chat, guys. Event Horizon is the story of the ship reappearing and people going to find the ship and finding everybody's dead on it, kind of thing. This is the story of how everybody
the original crew
dies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
But because I'm not watched the movie for so long, this did kind of disjoint us a little bit. I was trying to work out how it links to stuff, and it's interesting. Don't get us wrong; it has got us intrigued. I am going to read on, but I wasn't sure if I was meant to know stuff. Do you know what I mean? So, like when the red demon thing keeps appearing and dreaming and stuff, I'm thinking, am I meant to know what that's?
I feel like I have some homework to do to understand what's going on. Yeah. I feel that way as well. I think I like the aesthetic of it. That seems really cool.
It's great. Love the
art is fantastic. I think really and then the demon element I find interesting as well. So I'll keep reading, but like, is this only a 4-issue thing? Is it?
Something like that. It's not. It's not an ongoing.
Even like did it feel really short as well? Like
super short? I burned through it quite quickly
in like 50. Like I feel like 20 minutes or something like that. I was done with it. Yeah. So yeah, like it's. We'll see where this goes. We'll talk about the next issue when it comes out.
Fuzzy's saying it's issue 1 to 5. You can't judge it. Absolutely, Fuzzy. I agree, mate. I will be reading more. It's just I feel like I wanted to. I feel like I should have watched the movie before I read this.
Yeah.
Just to get myself back into that universe, I guess.
Okay.
Very cool. Oh, did you not read? I thought we were reading Exquisite Corpses.
Fuck, I completely forgot about Sorry.
There's one job.
Put it on
Yeah,
next episode.
Have you not read it? Have you not?
I haven't read it either.
It doesn't. I mean, so Exquisite Corpse's latest issue out. Much the same of the last few issues. That's not necessarily a bad thing. It's still fun. I was chatting with Fuzzy about this today. Whether it can maintain 12 issues, I'm not sure, because it's the same thing pretty much every issue.
This is issue 4?
Yeah. Although I'm saying that, no spoilers. Nobody died this issue. None of the main characters died this issue. Okay. First, I feel like I'm being a real negative so-and-so, but the first time I've felt it in this particular book, because I like the art style, but some of the fight sequences didn't flow for me as well as the having other issues. Right. So stuff was happening, and I was like, well, how's that physically happened? How's our arm suddenly moved over here and there's a sword down there? Yeah, and it was like, it didn't, the choreography didn't feel as smooth to us during one big fight scene. There's a bit where someone's hand gets chopped off, and I was like, well, I can't see how that's physically happened. There's a trap being set, but I can't see where the trap thing has come from or where it just happened. And then there's another scene where a guy, I am being really negative. There is a scene where a guy walks into a room, and then literally he's in an empty room, and then the next panel is he's all of a sudden surrounded by razor wire, and he's talking to the guy that set the razor wire, and it's like, well, hang on, how did the razor wire get there? Well, did he just nod off for a couple of hours and the guy came and strapped it all up? It just didn't gel sequences. So I still enjoyed it. Don't get us wrong.
As well, like where you're just like, I don't know how we went from this to that, and I don't really understand how, but I just let go then afterwards, you know. I still enjoyed it, but I am worried that I'm gonna start getting bored quickly if it's the same stuff each episode. 12 issues, issue 4. Like, I would imagine it'll take a sharp left turn at some point in it, or shake it up, you know. Dark Man, from what you've said about EH Comic, I feel like it's written as graphic novel first, with less consideration given to episodic nature.
That's true. That is true.
Right. So trailers. We have a few. This one has taken over the world. It feels like everybody's talking about this movie. So this is Good Boy. I think the concept for this movie is genius. So the whole movie is from. When they said initially the perspective of a dog, so I thought it was going to be like a POV thing, like literally you're seeing through the dog's eyes, but it's not. The camera's just down low and you're just following the dog around. But it's effectively this dog's owner starts getting haunted, and so you know, like it's playing on the whole thing of like, what's the dog barking at? Why is the dog looking in the corner? That kind of thing. So I love the idea of like we're gonna see things that like the house owner is there and there's the thing is right there and they can't see. I think that sounds really cool. It's been described as heartbreaking, and I'm just like, if you fucking killed the dog in this, man, I just won't be able to hack that. But it's got like a 95% on Rotten Tomatoes. Like reviews are stellar for it.
Is it already out? Is it? Didn't realize
if it's got a Rotten Tomatoes score, it would have to be. I think it debuted at a festival or something. It's out, I think, on October 2nd.
Okay.
I bet Good Boy ends with the dog gets the blame for the deaths and gets put down. Oh God.
Oh Christ.
You're fucking probably right as well.
Yeah. I love the trailer. I have to say the trailer really jumped out. I thought it looked really interesting. So but there's some of the imagery of it, like where just like the thing smashing its head on it. Like it's not just like it's not like a Paranormal Activity thing where it's just a little thing and a little thing. It just feels like it's very intense horror. Like you're constantly seeing these kind of black figures doing things and like trying to kill people and stuff. It's like Jesus. Yeah. I mean, I think at the very end of the trailer, there's most definitely some kind of like monster-looking demony creature thing appears. So I think this could be great. Could be great.
I'm sure it will be.
Not a clue. Not a clue. What the shit is this all about?
Outside of the fact that it's about this guy that idolizes this celebrity and he kind of takes him under his wing. I'm not really sure what else is going on in the film, really. It just feels a bit random.
So can I be honest? because I know lots of people worship at the altar of Jordan Peele. I have enjoyed a couple of his films without a shadow of a doubt, but some of his stuff is just not for me in the slightest.
Yeah. Well, this is only produced. He's not directing this one.
I know you disagree with us on that last one about cloud monsters or something. But I watched the trailer for this, and I have to say it left us cold. I thought, I can't be chewed with this shit. Okay. This doesn't look for me at all. Could be one that surprises you. I like seeing Marlon Wayans in a dramatic role. Mostly a comedic actor. He's in Scary Movie and White Chicks and stuff like that. So that has me really intrigued. Jordan Peele's up his own. How is he up his own arse? Like what about him is? I agree with Fuzzy. He is.
I think he feels like a really down to earth kind of guy.
Prick.
Okay. Yeah. Looks interesting. It's got good buzz. We'll see.
So I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be honest, and you're going to. Jordan Peele for me is the modern Shamalama Ding Dong. He's made a couple of good films, and he's rided on that kind of, it's going to be amazing. But a lot of his films, people go in expecting to be amazing, and I think they're just kind of like, oh yeah, I don't really understand it, but it's Jordan Peele, so I have to say it's amazing.
I don't feel like that's the thing he does. I think that's the thing people project onto him.
Like, he makes cack films. That's what he does.
No, he made one amazing film, like Get Out. And then Us is like a pretty good film.
Get Out. Did
and
like
then
Us.
Nope, I didn't love, really. I liked it. I just didn't love it. I didn't think it was amazing. And then he, like his Twilight, didn't he do some Twilight Zone stuff and stuff like that, didn't he?
Yeah, Twilight Zone, to be fair, was good.
Yeah.
The problem I've got, I guess, with trailers like this is one, I appreciate what he's doing in that he's not really giving away what the film's about. That's a good idea because I think trailers do tell too much.
Yeah, there's always a big left turn.
But the negative to that is he's not made the trailer make sense enough for us or make it interesting enough for us to think, well, I want to see that. Do you know what I mean? I didn't really.
That's fair enough. I'm interested. Like I'm hoping it's good. I never want to see things fail. And like I said, they just slapped his name. He's a producer. He's not actually directing or writing this one. So
I'm just noticing that the
cheerleaders have no face.
No, the crucifix is inverted. Is it a religious film? This?
Oh, you're right.
And he's in the form of a cross there, isn't he?
Yeah. Maybe it's like he's the second coming or another thing.
Maybe it's religion based.
So that sounds like a real pretentious Jordan Peele plot, doesn't it? It's all about. I'd imagine like in the title, see the way the shapes are put together. That's probably some kind of symbolism there as well.
Him. I think I've cracked this. I think this is going to be about the second coming of Christ or something like that. Isn't it?
Yeah, you think? He's a footballer.
Yeah.
Well, you'll get to say when you see it. You'll get to say, "I told you so."
Yeah. I liked Shamalama Ding Dong's Beachy One.
Beachy One's good.
I quite liked that. I thought some of the acting in it was absolutely atrocious. And the Batista visit in the cabin one, I did enjoy that.
I haven't seen that one.
I think the problem with Shamalama Ding Dong is you go in expecting a twist these days, and there's not really one in that one. Yeah. But yeah, Fuzzy's on the nose there. You're right, Fuzzy. It's going to be how we idolise celebs like the Jesus. Absolutely. Okay. I think you're right. Key and Peele is hilarious. I can't get away with it. Some of it I like. Some of it I struggle with.
Really? The Stanley one is great. The Gremlins one is great.
Yeah, I've watched some of the scenes and I really, really like them. And then others I've kind of thought, We've got Efron in the chat. Hey. You guys don't do sports. I'll explain it to you someday. Thank you very much, Efron. Cool. That looks a bit like Efron when he was a younger man.
I'd imagine so, yeah.
I'm talking about the cheerleader. Do you know what I mean?
All right. Welcome to Derry. So that had a trailer at Comic-Con. So we got kind of a few looks at like Pennywise fucking around. We got the what's it called? The something lights that makes people go look.
I
can't remember what it's called. He's like, it looks like he's possessing this kid. It is just, I just find it really funny that they're teasing him so much in the trailers, but there's figures where you can just see straight up what he looks like in it, But one thing that caught my eye was there's a reference to Shawshank Redemption in it. There's a Shawshank prison bus, which is sort of like a random thing. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Is Shawshank, showing my stupidity, is Shawshank not a real prison in America?
No, it's a Stephen King novel.
Well, I know it's the book,
it's not based on the real.
Is it not based on a real place?
No.
Is it not? Okay. Didn't realise that. Interesting.
Yeah, so that's just to tie to the Stephen King thing. I feel like I'm in my memory there's another reference to a Stephen King thing in it. Another one. Yeah. Can't remember what though. Yeah, I'm just really excited. This is soon. I think this is next month, is it? Or late around Halloween. I'm just hoping and we'll talk about Alien Earth in a couple minutes, but that this doesn't just like we don't have to wait 3 episodes, like we get Pennywise stuff kind of, like in the movie we got Pennywise immediately. I'm just hoping it's like that they're not going to tease him out for 3 episodes or whatever, that we just start seeing him right away. I think that'd be great.
Yeah, I think we know King wrote them both, but it's nice to see an Easter egg in there. Because I didn't know if Shawshank was a true place or not. Most of the King stuff is connected.
Yeah, well, the Dark Tower, it's like a multiverse thing. There's a lot of references, and then there was a show starring Bill Skarsgård actually.
See, Efren's confirming.
Shawshank is in some.
Or is he taking the piss? Never know with Efren. I don't know.
I'm certain it's not a real.
I think he's taking the mick.
Yeah. Because if it's an active prison, there's not going to be a tour of it either.
You day out for it? That'd
be fun.
Piss off again. Piss off.
The funny
you
thing
made
is
us watch this. Jesus Christ.
The funny thing is that when I was doing the slides earlier, I had down on the list of trailers the premiere, and then I was like, what is that? I can't remember why I put that to here. And then I couldn't find a trace of the movie online, and I messaged Peter saying, I don't know why I put a premiere thing here. You can just leave that. And he messaged me back the link to the trailer and goes, I have to watch it, you have to watch it, kind of thing, Castle Rock, yes, thanks Ash. That's it pulls a bunch of different Stephen King characters, and they're all in one story together. It's cool. The set they use for Shawshank is real. They hold concerts in it. Ooh, that's interesting.
Pretty cool.
So this is the premiere. This is it was just the premise of it I thought was really interesting. It's about a kind of amateur filmmaker who wants to do a Scream musical film. And so it's a mockumentary kind of thing about like this guy who's going and making this film. I probably won't watch it.
So you are the eternal optimist, as we all know, and you think everything's great. You cannot tell me there was any redeeming feature in this trailer. This is one of the worst trailers I've ever seen. There wasn't any humour in it that made us laugh or chuckle. It felt. I mean, I literally had to have a look afterwards because I think this can't be a real budgeted movie. This has got to be some piss take or so. I just thought it was dreadful. It didn't even really focus on the Scream element. If you
barely any Scream, that was what turned me off about it. Is that you barely saw any Scream in it.
If you want to sell this to people like yourself who are big Scream fans to watch, you probably need to reference Scream or show us something about Scream, just not.
I think like What We Do in the Shadows. I think if you saw a trailer for that before you saw the movie, you might think this looks a bit weird, but that's an amazing movie. So this could have that kind of quality where there's this like awkward humor in it. If it gets really good reviews, then I'll feel like I should watch it then.
Is this coming to cinemas? To a think, or is this going to be a direct to kind of?
I can't imagine it's coming to cinemas.
I mean, the fact that to be fair, the fact that I searched for this and took us ages to find it, and you couldn't find it, would indicate that this is not a well promoted, popular.
No, I'm assuming I was like scrolling through Blade Disgusting, and I just saw a movie about the making of a Scream musical, and just like, I'll put that down. That sounds fun. I wasn't really that interested in it when I saw the trailer, but maybe anything can be good, Peter. Yeah. Next, Rabbit Trap. I don't know what's happening in this. It's just random. Feels like very random images and people and stuff. I just really didn't get it at all.
Random people with microphones poking microphones into plants and in mud. Sex, a bit of sex.
There was a bit of sex.
A little girl, boy, not sure, little person turns up at the house, and then I'm assuming that she's a fairy who's been attracted by the sounds. And then a couple of kind of like horror-y bits. I did wince at the bit where the headphones have got nails in them and she's putting the headphones on. Thought, oh. Yeah. But again, did this trailer make me want to watch the film? Nah, not in the slightest. I don't.
Too artsy-fartsy for you, is it?
Too artsy-fartsy. Artsy-fartsy. Yeah, it just did note for us.
There was it reminded me, I don't know why, I don't know, was it just the kind of bleakness of it? There was a movie and it was like a post-apocalyptic thing, and they were in like the woods, and they find a guy and he takes them into the shelter, and then he like tries to, I can't remember what it was now. It was in the last 2 years. I don't know, maybe it also starred Dev Patel. I can't remember. But yeah, it was like, I feel like this is going to be kind of along those lines. Where I was like, it was okay, but I'll forget about it.
So there's the synopsis from start, as we've said, really. They disturb a fairy ring and suddenly they're visited by a mysterious child who appears to have ill intentions. Yeah, the trailer did note for us.
I see everything, so I'll probably end up seeing it, you know.
Actually, you do see everything, James. I'm a man who works 50 minimum hours a week, and I'm getting old. I'm going to die soon, so I haven't got time to contribute to this shit. Do you know what I mean?
You've got 100 and something hours in the week, Pete. Like, you're obviously not utilizing your time very well.
Sleep now and then. Yeah.
Spend time with my family, my children, my wife. You know, yeah. Wonder what that's like. Yeah. Have you seen the trailer for the new Daniel Day-Lewis film? Him and Sean Bean in a cabin, ex-soldier dealing with trauma. I saw that there is a trailer for that he's come out of retirement, but I haven't watched the trailer yet.
I do like a bit of Sean Bean.
I love a bit of Sean Bean. Yeah. We're getting a World War Z sequel. I saw that. I didn't see that. Yeah, that's interesting.
I think I remember seeing something on Instagram about that, but I didn't read it properly. Yeah.
I'm assuming it's in the movie.
Yeah, years since I've seen World War Z. I'll have to go back.
I haven't seen that actually. I don't think I ever watched that. Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt. Yeah.
That was his most highest-grossing thing until F1.
Yeah.
F1's beaten it. That's his highest-grossing movie ever, which is crazy because you think like superstar Brad Pitt, he's not really a big box office draw. Like, it's kind of funny.
Yeah. Good stuff.
So, reviews. We'll start off with Alien Earth. So, we are going to talk spoilers for the first 3 episodes. That's what we're up to now. I think it's an 8-episode total. What have you thought of this so far?
Okay. I'm very conscious that I come across like a miserable old twat. I thought the first 2 episodes of this were absolutely phenomenal. Loved everything about them. This for me is, do you know how sometimes I'm older, obviously, than you, James, much older. So it used to be very much that movies were where you went for big budget stuff with special effects. TV was your not special effects, and it's your kind of your cheaper shows. This just shows that that's absolutely not the case. This is like a big budget movie on
the closest
TV.
To a film I've ever seen a TV show get.
And I would argue, for me, some of the scenes we've had in this are the best Aliens we've had in the franchise. The fight sequences, the sequence in episode 2, stunning.
Oh, when it slaughters
stunning.
The fancy
rich
people,
just phenomenal.
I like just how tough one alien is.
Yes, exactly.
That's
exactly.
Really cool. Yeah.
I love the introduction of different creatures in the universe because, again, I was talking to my wife about this, saying we've had so many alien films, we've only ever focused really on the xenomorph. To be honest. Of course, in this universe, there might be other creatures out there. We've not really seen them in the Predators, I guess. So, love that. Negative part. Episode 3, whilst still good, didn't blow us away. And there was points, again, I was talking to Fuzzy about this, where it might just be as being a miserable old bugger. But I like the idea of the new race of synthetic people having children's minds. That works quite well. But at some point it's irritating the living shit out of us. So there was a bit where the 2 of them on the ship were kind of arguing backwards and forwards.
I like that.
Oh,
I
bro.
That was fun.
Oh, dude. Oh, and it was like, oh,
dude,
God,
did you see that? I saw like a little eyeball, man. It tried to get like...
But it just, I was like, oh, come on. But that's a minor niggle, I guess. Overall, great series. For me, episode 3 felt like, do you know how sometimes we say there's a bit of a filler or a bit of a lull it felt a little bit like that.
I think we had a lot of high octane.
Yeah, we can't have action every episode.
Exactly,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so, and I love, I don't know the actor's name, the guy who's playing the blonde synthezoid.
Timothy Oliphant.
Love him. He's
Yes,
brilliant in it. And it's lovely also seeing good old Aid Edmondson in this from Bottom, and British actor, you know.
Is he the bald guy?
Yeah. I mean, comedy genius from the UK, you know. Lovely seeing him in it. So I am enjoying it. Overall, loving it. Great series.
So I'm in love with this. I think if it maintains the quality that it has, it is easily with Alien and Aliens as the best thing. Like, I'll probably put Romulus there, but that's like decent, good, not great. When it should have been great. I think this is incredible, like an achievement. It's certainly an achievement in television. I really like the concept of like putting kids, like this Prodigy company is doing, where they're like putting children's brains in the thing. I think you have like the comedic element of that, where they're immature and like there's, you know, they act that way and they talk that way and stuff. But then you have like the kind of the emotional stuff about that, like where, you know, the Wendy with her brother, you have like the redheaded one clearly is struggling with who she is now. You know?
No, so I've got a question about that. Me and my wife had two very, very in-depth discussions about this after watching episode 3. Where is it? So, first question's the easy question. The Prodigy guy.
Yeah.
Is he always in pajamas, or is that some kind of weird lounge suit? Every time you see him and he's in like a different kind of pajamas.
He's always wearing silk, isn't he? It's always a silky
I'm sure he's in
kind of
pajamas.
thing. Yeah, that's probably his quirk, isn't it?
Yeah. But no, the ginger girl, she's going to go psycho. She's definitely struggling. The eyeball thing touched her. And then since then, she's been having flashbacks and things like that. Is that just a panicking because of the eyeball? Or do we think the eyeball thing's done something to her? Because we don't know what its powers are or anything like that. Do you know what I mean? It touched her face and did something, and then all of a sudden she's having flashbacks and she's saying stuff. And
yeah, that could be interesting. It's unlocked something from programming or something like that.
I didn't know if it's somehow infected her or done something with her mind, or is she going to go and release it later on because it's taking control? I don't know. I just didn't know if we were going to get something more interesting.
Well, it's also, what a great idea to put all of these alien specimens in one place on a secluded island. You know, that's a fantastic in a facility. That's a fantastic idea. You know. Yeah, so like obviously I would imagine the last 3 episodes of this is gonna be a big breakout kind of thing. It'll be epic Pedro, isn't it? I'd love to see Pedro on an alien thing. It's only set only 2 years. I thought it was 20, but you're right, it is 2. It's on official timeline today. Prodigy Guy is often in PJs. I really loved just like the world building of, because I think like lately they've really gotten into what it's like just for the average Joe here, where these companies, like in the last one, it was like this girl had worked out finished her contract, and your contract's been extended. There's nothing you signed that, it can be. And they're effectively put into slavery. And so you see in this one where like the guy wants to go to school and he like requests the contract termination, they're like no. I really liked how these two companies are kind of at war, and it's like, well, I really love the analogy that Timothy Oliphant uses, where it's like, this is our garden, your ball fell in our garden, it's now our ball. I thought that was really cool. I really like the captain of the captain of the ship from the beginning that crashed. His kind of role in this, where he's everyone he knows is dead because he was in, his mission was 65 years, and he's like, I thought I was speaking with Yutani. It's like, yeah, that's my grandmother. It's been 65 years. I thought that's cool how these people are sort of floating. Different people are sort of exist out of time in a weird way because they're in cryo for so long. So I think all that stuff is really cool. I think the presentation of the alien's phenomenal. Like probably the best we've seen potentially ever. Like just the way it is, just such a destructive force. And I'm excited to see where it's gonna go. It just does feel like a long movie, and I think that's just amazing. Like it's amazing that they've achieved that. So like I'm this if it maintains this quality, this might end up being my favorite alien thing.
Yeah, Matt, I absolutely have. I'm like I said, really, really enjoying it. I'm hoping though. You remember the last time we talked about this? I can't remember when it was. It was maybe on the Tuesday show. I said I wanted to see them on the alien on the streets, running around in the streets of kind of thing. And then we've moved from the spaceship to the island, so we're going to get more creatures indoors kind of thing. I do hope at some point we get them kind of out on this. I want to see the panic of the public with these things, xenomorphs running down the streets and attacking stuff. And stuff
Does that work though, like within canon? Like, do the public know what a xenomorph is? I don't know. Timothy Oliphant refers to them as xenomorphs as well. It's like, are people aware of what these... Yeah, he calls them a xenomorph. He calls it a xenomorph in episode 3.
Oh, I don't remember
when he's dissecting it, he's explaining how this whole thing works. So like, I don't know what people's awareness of there, because my assumption was that in the first one, this is the first people to ever come in contact with one of these things, and that's why it's so valuable for the company. But yeah, I don't know. I would love to see that though, of just people freaking out and it just like on a rampage on screen, like climbing up the side of a skyscraper and shit like King Kong. Yeah, that'd be awesome. I'd love to see that. Yeah. We'll see where it goes though.
He didn't know who Prodigy was when a woman mentions it in the ship, but then it didn't make sense that they would know because it's been 65 years when Prodigy's 10-year-old. Yeah. I don't think we'll see aliens on the streets unless we get a time jump. Yeah, potentially. I worry by episode 8 I might be sick of seeing dark, gloomy aliens. It might be too much. Yeah.
Well, the Prodigy guy's dying, surely. He's going to have a horrible death, I'm assuming.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Weird that they put the embryo of the alien in the guy's lungs, wasn't it?
Yeah, I assume they just want to see how the process works. It was a freaky thing to end on. I'm assuming this will end literally where Alien 1 begins. That would be my guess. Is that like it'll be the Utani chick being told that we found we have a distress signal or something, or it'll end with how that distress signal happened, something like that, I think.
Or will they be then sent to that ship? I don't know. Yeah, it's the problem with these franchises that have been going for so long is obviously the writers have got to try and tie stuff together, and us fanboys get uptight, don't we? If it doesn't all link in, it might be easier just to go with the flow. Do you know what I mean? In whatever happens.
I don't adhere too much to alien canon. I don't particularly care. Just show me a cool thing, like
Yeah, and I'm lost off with it, to be honest. It doesn't really matter to me when this happened, I guess.
We're Tiny dismissing Ripley after Alien 1 when they were transporting the cover up, I suppose, wouldn't it be?
Yeah.
Just pretending they don't know, or they haven't really seen it yet, have they?
Maybe.
Like, the data's not gotten back to them yet, so they don't know.
Maybe.
Not sure.
Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, fantastic.
Great series.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I'm so used to you being in the captain of this ship, Wednesday season 2, episode 1 to 4. So I just wanted to talk about a few spoilers about this. But just first off, like what's been your kind of feelings on this?
Loved it. So really enjoyed it. Yeah. I really enjoyed it. I'm not massively connected to Wednesday or the Addams Family, to be honest. I enjoy them, but I'm not like a big fan, if you know what I mean. But this is easy viewing for me. It's a nice... My wife enjoys it, so we'll sit and watch this as a family. I just think it's fun. I do think it's fun. Interestingly, I know everybody loves Jennifer Ortega, and there's been some criticism of this, saying, oh, it's a Addams Family show rather than a Wednesday show.
Cool, fine.
If I'm honest, Jennifer Ortega's character is, I don't want to say the least interesting, but I'm more interested in what's happening around her than actually watching her on.
Yeah, 100%.
This dour kind of negativity gets quite wearing after 4 hours of it if you're watching it in sequence. Do you know what I mean? I like the stuff around. I love Fester.
Fester's my favorite thing in the show, 100%. Like I think, I think the 4th episode is that the focus is largely on him, his kind of hijinks, and I just love that. I just think he's the funniest. I like how that character is quite so consistent across all of the stuff. Like I think the actor that plays him was saying, like, I was just doing what Christopher Lloyd did, and I did what the original guy did. I want to continue that rather than put my own thing on it. I appreciate that. The mystery, I find like it's a mystery show, but I don't really follow along with the clues and stuff. I'm just sort of watching it happen, But it has a really great camp episode. I thought that was really fun. Fun fact, that is, you know how there's a big waterfall at the camp?
Yeah.
So that's Powers Court. That's up the road from me. I've been there before. Yeah, okay. It's like a park, the national park. I thought that was cool. Adam's Family values vibes with that. It's funny how like it sort of had this mystery of like who's this person. It feels like it's like a mystery will only follow for 2. Like you have the invisible girl is like doing some of this stuff, but then later there's another person who's controlling crows, and then it's this character. And then that seems to be over now, and the next bit's focusing on the Hyde guy. You know? So it's sort of like, it feels a bit disjointed. And there's not one through line of mystery throughout the whole thing, it feels.
Yeah, I don't mind that. It's almost kind of baddie of the week or baddie of the couple of episodes, which actually I don't mind that, to be honest.
Yeah. In the last episode, do you know how she finds the chick in the prison cell and she helps her to leave?
Say that again? Did you just say the chick in the prison cell?
The lady?
Okay, slightly sexist, but yeah, get you.
Is chick a sexist term? Is it just?
I think so.
Ladies, I'm so sorry. Please forgive me.
Oh, I should have kept my mouth shut. Peter's bullying him again. Yeah, no, it's fine.
That's like the and, isn't it? That's going to be the
100%. That's
where
around.
that's going. Yeah.
No, I am enjoying it. I am, and I'm liking that they're introducing different kind of monster classes and different powers and abilities and things in this.
Well, the invisible thing was cool. I really like that.
Yeah.
The Hogwartsy vibe is very fun.
What do you think? At first, I thought, and it's disproven now, but I thought the new headmaster was banging on that much about norms and things like that. He was going to be a norm. But he's not. He's got pyrokinetic powers or something.
Well, so that's one thing. Like, he's obviously up to his own thing, where he's blackmailing the siren one.
Yeah.
So, so I don't. What's his shtick then? Like, I just don't know if all this is going to wrap up into each other, or if they are literally just separate kind of threads that end at some point. You know.
It's not the answer, else Festa would have recognised that. Nah, I disagree, Sorrel. I think it's definitely going to be the
It's been 20 years.
Yeah, and Sorrel, and I nearly said Sorrel's been electrocuted. Festa's been electrocuted many a time, so I'm not sure his brain works that well. I would be surprised if it's not the.
I'd be shocked. To be fair, set up that thread that should disappear.
It feels like it had been telegraphed, kind of thing.
That's obvious. Yeah.
So good series,
very good, very excited. It's 3 weeks until the next one, so excited to see how it all wraps up. Yeah. Now we're on to Sweet Revenge. Yeah, Sweet Revenge. So this is the official Jason Universe short film. So an official Friday the 13th thing. It's the first official Friday the 13th thing we've gotten in 16 years.
Wow.
A 13-minute cider ad.
It's not bullshit.
It's a cider ad. Man.
Completely disagree.
That's why it's called Sweet Revenge. That's why fucking the pervy guy is eating an apple in a scene. It's to remind you of cider. She's drinking cider, facing the camera. You know, I will say it's not as egregious as I was expecting it to be, but it literally is an ad for cider, man. It's a cider-sponsored Friday the 13th short film.
Okay.
What do you think of the film, anyway?
I mean, yeah, I didn't know it was a cider advert until you told us it was a cider advert, and I saw it at the end and thought, what's that? I don't think it's in your face at all. But that's perhaps because I'm not familiar with the cider brand, so I didn't pick up them showing us it in a bottle. I thought the apple eating scene was just creepy as fuck, but I didn't realise it was trying to sell us apples. Do you know what I mean? I thoroughly enjoyed this. I thought this was great. I thought it was some of the best slasher action I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
I am, as you know, not a die-hard Friday the 13th fan like yourself, but my understanding from this then is that if you get drowned in the lake, you get resurrected like Jason.
That seems to be what they're suggesting. Yeah.
Which is an interest, if that's being added to the mythology. I think that's appeared in a comic book before, but not necessarily. I don't know if it's happened in the movies, but it's certainly been referenced that the lake was cursed by Indians or something.
Okay.
So that makes sense. But I thought it was an interesting twist. I thought the death scenes in this, if it's a cider advert kind of thing, and I don't know what the budget's been, I thought the death scenes were really gruesome and really good.
Yeah, it looked fantastic. My favourite kill is definitely the one you see on here now, the strimmer.
Yeah, that was
one
rough.
where he strims his face off. I was like, Jesus.
Yeah. I really enjoyed this. I thought it was good. I thought if this had been what that dog shit movie you made us watch, Friday the 13th, the first one, it'd been like, I would have probably fallen in love with the franchise instead of that weird woman in a cardigan going around killing people.
I think it is, for what it is, it's very well made. I had fun. It is literally a Friday the 13th movie, just fast forwarded pretty much to the final sequence. You have this thing with the main character where, I say main character, I mean he's barely in it because it's the thing's 13 minutes long. But she like finds her boyfriend cheating on her, and then she gets revenge, and it's a whole thing. But I think Jason looks good in it. I like the way he moved. The kind of the way the actor was handling him. I thought was really good. It's just like, can we just get a movie of this? Because it was fun. If this is like,
did you like this? Did you enjoy it?
I enjoyed it. Yeah, I did. Because I'm just so desperate for some Jason. I'll just take it in any form, So I thought the kills were good. Like just hearing the ch-ch-ch, it was really really cool. I just wish it wasn't so short. I just wish it was like a 30-minute thing.
I get that. Yeah. You see, it blows my little ginger frazzled mind that you're not, nearly said something rude, very excited about this and kind of jumping off your seat. Because this, for me, is what I would have thought you would be desperate for in a Jason kind of short. And yet you kind of creamed your pants on that one where he's walking through the woods. This, to me, is superb compared to that. Do you know what I mean? I would have thought you would have loved this. I get that it's a short film. And maybe if you had like an hour and a half of this level of intensity,
that's exactly what I'm saying. Yeah,
it would be too 100%. Much.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was great. I did think it was great.
No, it's fun. I'm curious if it's canon, if like everything under the Jason universe umbrella is now canon. We'll see. I just think like it just feels like it's the approach to the Friday 13th franchise that they're taking now just feels a bit soulless. But for what it is, I think it's really fun. It's a cool Friday 13th thing. So
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if this led to other stuff because it's very clearly branded as Jason Universe. That's slapped all over it. It's all over the back. They've not launched anything in this. Camp Crystal Lake's not even out yet. So for them to have this, as you see, an advert with the first official branding on it, not being continuity, not really being attached to this new universe launching, makes no sense. I wouldn't be surprised if we see these characters or something about this further down the line.
I like the idea of the lake is why he's a zombie, and using that in the story. I think that's cool, and I'd like to see. But it's just, I think that would have been just a really cool thing in sitting in the cinema.
Yeah,
and they've been like, oh, that's a really cool twist on the Friday. You're doing something new. You're doing something original with this. That's really cool, But yeah, it's a fun, it's quick, It's
for what it is, it's good fun,
and there's some really good kills in it. I think I was really happy with the kills in it, so yeah, I enjoyed this. So I'd recommend if you're a Friday 13th fan.
There are better kills in this than that crap. What do you call it? I Know What You Did. Somehow removed 3 times or whatever.
100%.
Do you know, this was more
that Strimmer kill. That'll be in our like best of the year list at the end of the year. So 100%. So. Anybody commented on it?
Friday the 13th, Bobbing for Apples. Sorrel says he wishes it had an actual ending. Indeed, Dark Mean, if Little wants to sponsor my horror story idea, product placed them to Kingdom Come. I honestly don't believe this was heavily product placed. I really don't.
But it is, the reason it exists is because Angry Orchard paid for it to exist. Like the title of it and everything. What?
So what? They sponsored it. Doesn't matter, does it?
It
you seem het up on the fact that the corporations paid for it. Who gives a shit?
Do you not think it just feels icky?
No.
No? Okay.
So you don't want Coke to promote a film or Pepsi to sponsor a film?
But if the film was then a like I think Fast and Furious, the Corona thing is distracting. Like I laugh at that. I think it's really distracting. Yeah. Okay. All right. Whatever. Yeah. Other people know what I mean. Sorrow knows what I mean. Fuzzy knows what I mean. It's icky.
I'm not sure they do.
But it's good. It's watch it. Check it out. That's a low res image. I apologize. So I went to see this yesterday together.
Spoiler free, then, because
I won't spoil anything about it. I really liked it. I thought it was really really good. How do I even talk about this movie? I don't know. It's got some cool. I feel like the trailer shows quite a lot of the movie.
Okay.
There's not really a huge amount outside of what's in the trailer, except for towards the end of the movie.
No spoilers, sorry, we're not doing spoilers in this.
Yeah, don't do spoilers. I'll just say Dave Franco and Alison Brie are fantastic in it. I think it's a really cool examination of how relationships can kind of break down and the reasons for that. Yeah, I think it's got some. It's a bit light on the horror, to be honest. But when there is a scary bit, it's very scary, and they can kind of come very suddenly and surprisingly, you know. So that's all. That's kind of all I'll say about it until you see it. We'll talk about it if you get to see it in the next week or two.
I mean, I'm hesitant to ask you because I think yours and mine's view of films gets further and further apart quite often. Okay. But you know the knife's edge I am on taking my wife to the cinema these days. She's if I take her to see another crap film that you've told us to see, she'll kill us.
You might hate. No, she won't like this. I don't think she'll like this. You might just go take Jess or. Okay. So yeah, there was one. In terms of like the body horror, there's one really shocking bit that I really want to talk about. So I really want you to see it for the next episode because it's like, oh, it's a memorable one anyway.
Is that because I've seen the trailers? Is that not? That's not the chainsaw on the arm bit, is it?
No. There's a bit that's not in the trailer at all.
Okay.
That's quite
grand. I'll try and get to it then.
Yeah, cool. Then I watched this.
What's happening with these images?
I apologize. I don't know. My internet must have been low when I was downloading these two photos. So I saw. Have you seen this one? This came out in 2020 during the pandemic.
Have I seen this film? Have I seen it?
Unhinged.
This is one of my favourite movies.
Really? Is it?
Absolutely. So me and Alon, this must have come out. It must have been cool. A period where we were in the house a lot, and this came up on Sky, and it was one of those ones where I've never heard of before. I don't know if it hit the cinemas even, but we just flicked it on. Absolutely loved it. It's just deranged, crazy, and now we reference this all the time if we're in the car and someone cuts in front of us or something like that, and I'm about there, and Lona's like, "Oh, careful!" I was like, "Oh yeah, you're right." Yeah.
So I was over in Jeff's there last month, and we watched this together with the two doggos. I loved it, man. It was I don't know why, but my memory of the trailer back then was it was sort of a split sort of set up at the start where he kidnaps someone or like something like that. I didn't realize it was like literally a pursuit movie. So like I just love the whole like kind of an innocuous, you know, thing could just lead to like it can escalate in that way. I just thought that was just a middle finger to somebody, you know, which like if you're in a bad mood you could do to anybody, you know. Russell
Crowe is amazing.
Phenomenal.
And there are a couple of kills in this where I remember, it's years since I've seen it, but there are a couple of bits where I remember me and my wife just kind of going, I think, does he run over a policeman outside of a gas station or something at one point?
A guy trying to help her, he smacks him with the car.
It's just...
there's some great, I think car sequences are awesome in it. Some really good crashes in it as well. It gets quite brutal at moments, like, you know. Yeah, it's a bit in a diner where he's like smashes the guy's head into the table. He's just an absolute beast. Like I think he is just really scary in this, even though he's kind of a normal guy. Like that's the kind of weird thing about it, but he just feels very dangerous and ferocious in it, you know. So yeah, I love this. Maybe we might stick this on the I'll Be Right Back list for an off week or something. I
seem to remember he's a chunky monkey in this one as well, isn't he?
He is a big burly dude, you know. Yeah.
Everyone's saying, coming soon, the sequel to Together starring you guys. Doggos, are you 12? See, I don't know what that even means. I thought you meant two puppies.
Yeah,
dags,
his little dags.
Dags. Yeah. So this is a great one. If you haven't seen this one, guys, I keep saying Kurt Russell, man. Russell Crowe. Please do check it out. It's a good movie. A little bit along the lines of, it is Michael Douglas. What's that one? Falling Down, about what happens to a guy when he just snaps. Something little happens and that's it. He's gone, and he just loses it.
It just escalates on and on from there. Yeah, that's great. Yeah. You forgot that you made me watch this. I got 5 minutes into this, and I texted you, "What the fuck is this? What is this movie? This might literally be the worst movie I've ever seen in my life." Like. I hope you're sorry.
No, I am. Yeah. So I'd never seen this. the new one's coming out. Lots of people said, "Oh, it's a classic." Blah blah blah. Von Hoot, I think, said it's a classic.
Okay.
I was sat alone. I was in America, so I was bored. And I thought, you know what?
Fuck, you didn't make her watch this.
Oh, no,
she'd have murdered you.
I mean, the first things to say is, one, the acting in this is some of the worst I've seen in my entire life. It's horrific. The other thing is, it's absolutely a movie of its time. There are some racial, sexual.
Oh my god! There's literally a scene where he's just rattling off slurs.
Yeah.
It's just like what is this?
It's
and they call him
horrendous.
the homophobic words.
It's just
time,
awful.
innit?
Just awful.
Yeah, just awful. Just really bad taste. I feel like this movie was made in. Where
And I mean, I thought that.
All the women are super sexualized for no reason. Even this like poor blind girl who gets like attacked and almost gets like
We'll run kids over for fun. That's a good one. Just you literally see them knock over a kid,
and then reverse over his head.
Oh,
and
you see
crush
his head
it.
pop.
Yeah, his head pops. But the tone of that scene is as if it's like they're like pushing him in the pool or something. It's like it's not treating it like they're murdering people. It's like I'll put it this. So we watched it. I was watching this last night with Jeff, and about 10 minutes in. So after you see the people murder people, right? Sequence, right? His girlfriend comes in, right, and sits down and starts watching it with us. And it got to the bit where they're they're doing the pig thing. And they're setting up I will get him back. And she's like, oh, these are the bullies. And I said, no, they're fucking murderers. Like, they've been murdering kids. And the movie's just not, like, acknowledging that. Yeah. I think it's really weird that he's grunting all the time, but he speaks like Superman.
The voice threw me completely. It was like, what in the hell? And the bit that I don't know, the bit that and maybe Sorrel or someone in the chat can confirm, I don't know if this was all intentional. Do you know what I mean? Like, we'll give him the stupidest voice that's totally out of kilter with everything. It's very graphic at times in terms of the murder and the death and stuff. Yeah. I didn't enjoy this at all. And I was expecting to like it for the kind of the tongue-in-cheek, almost Naked Gun kind of silliness of it. But it felt... Do you know when we talk about... like cheesy cult classic movies that are made in a low, like Roger Corman, made in a low budget, and they have a kind of a charm to them sometimes and stuff like that. Absolutely nothing for this for me. It was a piece of shit.
I was laughing. We had a couple of beers. I was laughing at it. But I wouldn't say I enjoy. I wouldn't say I had. I actually think I had a beer. Because I'm watching my carbs, man. I wouldn't say I enjoyed it. And to be honest, and I completely agree with Sora, because this thought occurred to me in it. How do they make a kid's cartoon out of this? Like, this is so in poor taste, so gratuitous, so awful. Like, it's borderline pornographic at parts. They made a kid's cartoon out of this. I'm actually less excited for the new one now. Like, which is crazy,
Well, interestingly...
No, we're not. I'm not watching it. No.
Interestingly, I mean, you're saying that, but you made me watch Leprechaun Part 2, so I might make you watch...
Is this better? Do you think this is better than Leprechaun 2?
I'd rather watch this again than watch Leprechaun. Yeah.
But do you think this is a better movie than Leprechaun 2?
I think this is one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
I think this is potentially the worst movie I have ever seen.
Yeah.
Like, it's horrendous.
Where
the guy is like screaming like, I'm angry now. It's like, what the fuck is this? And then the guy, was it Melvin with the, hey guys, he's got the mop and shit. It's like, what is this movie? What's going on here? This is so weird.
Interestingly, the trailers for the new one, there seems to be very similar scenes, like when they're in the
it's a remake
diner place. So
it's not based on like the same source material. It's straight up, it's a remake of that movie. So like, it's gonna have the same scenes in it. He's probably got a blind girlfriend in that at some point.
I mean, the end when you've got the entire army and everybody surrounding his tent, and he goes and kills the man in front of everybody, and they just go, "Yay!"
Cool.
Like,
yeah. Why did he kill the little lady?
The what?
When he kills the little... So there's a point in it where he kills like a little woman.
And then it's like, the lady in the laundrette thing.
He's murdered someone. Yeah, he's murdered someone innocent. And I'm like, is it like another one of the evil guys has turned toxic as well, and now it's like he's framing him or something like that. No, he just killed the little woman. But it turns out she has a criminal record. How does he know that?
Yeah, no idea.
There's a lot of like, how does this person know that this is the case in this movie?
I think, you know what I mean? Fuzzy's got a good point here. We've said for a few shows, really, haven't we? Why is the new one sat in kind of cinema hell for a while, not being published and all the rest of it? If it's a direct sequel and they've followed the same kind of narrative of this, I think it makes perfect sense now. Unless they've drastically altered it.
Well, no, we have some, like, because you see, like, the Elijah Wood as like a penguin-looking guy.
Yeah.
So I assume the villains are like actual unless they're, because like the mayor and the police sergeant. Well, the police sergeant or captain. There's a recurring joke where he used to be a Nazi, so he keeps like
what's that about?
He keeps accidentally hiling people for some reason. But then it's just like so like they all have a meeting and they're literally, it's almost like literally mustache twirling, where they're like, oh, that means the facility will be 20 feet away from the town's water supply. And it's like, man, what?
Can we stop talking now about
okay,
it?
Let's stop talking about it. This is worse than any. This is the worst thing you've ever done to me, Pete. Like making me watch that, honestly. And I may have to make 2 other people watch it with me, which is the worst part, because I was like, I'm doing it for work.
For work.
Yeah, it's for work. It's for work. Yeah, I have to watch this. Pete's making me watch this. Yeah. Awful.
Well, think about it then. Think about it. You're doing this for work. I did this in my free time. I worked and then did this.
And
you know what I mean?
You're getting up there. You're getting into your twilight years. You ain't got that much time left, man. Fucking, you wasted precious time with this one.
U-W-E Bowl thing.
Bowl. So he did like Alone in the Dark and
right.
like all the video game ones that are awful.
Okay.
Like we'll do Alone in the Dark at some point, I think.
Oh, good. Can't wait. Yeah. Right, move on.
What's next? Yeah. So main topic. I believe this is the first time I'm handling.
Thank God, because we've been talking for an hour and a half and I need a wee. So yeah.
Okay, well we're getting there. We're almost there. So like we have Welcome to Derry coming up. We got Alien Earth. So it feels like we're in a bit of a twilight time for TV shows based on horror movies. So whether they're adapting them or whether they're kind of in the same universe or whatever. So I thought we've a Screen Rant list of all of the TV shows based in horror movie franchises. I thought we'd have a little scroll through. Just let us know what ones you've seen, or any that stick out to you, or any that you're like intending to watch. Ash vs Evil Dead, you haven't watched, is that right?
This is a weird one. I've seen some scenes of it, and I've got seasons. How many seasons is there?
3.
Okay, I've got I think season 1 and 2. I got for Christmas, maybe 5 years ago or something, on DVD. And I've just never gotten around to watch it. And I don't know why, because I think this would be my cup of tea.
It's a very easy watch. Like, it's 22-minute episodes or something like that. Like, you'll blast through it in no time. Like,
I will watch it. at some point.
The only thing is that I think you've expressed your preference for when Evil Dead is a bit more serious. And this is the zany Army of Darkness kind of shit,
Every time.
Yeah. So maybe I'm sure. I'm not sure, but just for his presence alone, I think it's
I love Bruce Campbell.
Bates Motel, big fan of that, aren't you?
Bates Motel, one of my favourite series of all time. Stunning performances by every single actor in this show. Just a great series.
I watched the first season, and then I watched the Psycho episode, and I watched the finale, I think. So I've seen bits of it. I mean, the cast is Vera Farmiga's fantastic in it. Freddie Highmore, I want to say, he's great in it as well. I like the twist on the Psycho thing.
Yeah.
I think that's cool that when you do a prequel, you end like the final season is adapting the big thing.
Yeah.
Like I really wanted. I think Hannibal's on the list later on, but Hannibal to do Silence of the Lambs for a season.
Well, I mean, they do adapt a lot of the film, but they absolutely make it their own. I mean, the end of
like
it isn't from the films and things.
There's a character change. It's like an iconic scene happens in a very different way, with a different character. Yeah. Have you ever seen Blade the series?
No. I think back in the day when this first came out, was it on some weird TV channel that I think we didn't get or something?
I think so.
And it wasn't well promoted in the UK that I remember. I don't remember much noise about this at all, to be honest.
I can't. It's one of those channels that I'd be certain doesn't exist anymore. But I remember being up at 1 a.m. and this being on.
Oh, it says it there. Sorry, Spike TV.
Spike TV.
Never.
Yeah,
Never.
Yeah. I thought it was fine. I always that back then especially, like this had been when I was like 12, 13. I found recastings really hard to get over. Yeah. So it's like Wesley Snipes is Blade. This guy's not Blade, so I can't, really watch this. Yeah. You can get on DVD fairly easily as well. But like it's actually genuinely, it is like a really well made show. It's just,
I mean, I have to say Wesley's my Blade. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not sure I would rush to see it, to be honest.
He is good, but he's sort of doing an impression, I think, Yeah. Buffy, easy to forget that that's based on a movie very tonally different, but absolutely classic. I know you're a big fan.
Absolutely
of
love
that
Buffy.
One.
Don't know that certainly the first season or two. Don't know that they really hold up anymore. But in its day and in its prime, Buffy and Angel, some of the best TV around. In terms of good horror, in terms of good monster of the week kind of stuff, and ongoing kind of full season arches, but also proper kind of angst and teen drama and love and all that kind of stuff. It was groundbreaking at the time. I loved it.
Yeah,
loved it.
I really love because I've not watched the whole thing. I've seen like some episodes in sequence, and then a lot of the time I'll hear an idea for an episode, and I'll be like, same with Supernatural, sort of in the back half of it. Oh, that sounds really cool. I'll watch that one. Some really amazing monsters, and I think I like the episode. The one that was heartbreaking was when her mom dies.
Oh, the body. It's called.
Yeah, it's just awful. Like hard, it's just like really, really heartbreaking. So yeah, amazing television. Chucky, you've not seen any of this, have you?
Nope.
No, really great, really great. So if you like the movies, you'll love this. Really cool cast in it. I stopped around halfway through season 2, I want to say, and I've been meaning to go back to it, but like I really enjoy it. So I can't see the comments. I don't know what you're laughing at.
So an episode. Why can't you see the comments?
When I'm scrolling, I'm on full screen.
Oh right, yeah. So so an episode of Buffy, the musical episode. They got the mustard out. It was a great episode.
Right. Yeah.
Feeling.
Yeah. So Chucky's a great one. Damien. You watched that? Did you like that? Yeah.
Enjoyed it. Yeah, it was good. Direct sequel or follow-on to the original movies. I don't remember him, but yeah, it must be the same series I'm thinking of. It was pretty good. It ended on a hell of a cliffhanger. Yeah. It was kind of one of those ones where you kind of think, oh man, I hate it when we're watching a show and something big's happening, and then it's like continued next season, and then the show gets binned.
It's nothing worse, really, is there?
Yeah, I'm sure this ended on like a massive cliffhanger with him finally becoming the Antichrist kind of thing, and it was like, ta-da, no, gone. I was like, oh, okay. But that had a lot of the original cast from the first movie, the kind of the side characters appeared in this and things. Right. It was very much linked to the original movie. Yeah,
well, that's cool. I know this is one people really talk highly of. Yeah, I don't know what this is. The Dead Zone. You familiar with that?
Don't recognize and don't excuse me. Don't remember that. No,
skip that one. Dominion. Have you ever seen Legion with Paul Bettany?
Yeah.
So this is. I didn't even know this existed. This is a sequel. To
I'm saying yes. Legion set in a diner in the middle of nowhere to start with.
Yes,
I'm sure it's like starts in a diner scene or something, and then the demons come to the diner. And
I think so. Yeah. So there's that. The Exorcist show. Did you watch that?
Nah, didn't know there was an Exorcist show.
No, yeah, this is from 2016, 2017. Fox, yeah. Again, I think that was really highly praised. I just wasn't into The Exorcist at the time. But like after watching the new one, like I love Exorcist now, so I should go back and watch that.
I don't remember that at all.
Yeah. Freddy's Nightmares is just an absolute classic. I love it.
Yeah, I remember. Remember that.
Yeah, the courtyard, like I think I feel like it is the pilot, but like it's a 2-part of Freddy's trial. And his whole origin story and everything. It's just like, it's amazing. It's so good. And just having Robert England as the Crypt Keeper kind of character is just really cool.
Yeah, since I've seen it, mind. So again, I don't know if it holds up, because this must have been, was it 88? Yeah, 88 it says.
Yeah.
I can't remember it a great deal. But yeah.
Freddy Fever, man. He was the shit back then, Friday the 13th, the series. So this was like, you familiar with this one at all? No.
No.
So it was like, Jason wasn't in it. It was set in, I want to say like an antique store, and it's like all the stuff is haunted in it. And so each episode focuses on a different item. So the idea was going to be that the last episode of it, was going to be Jason's Mask, and you were going to get a Jason episode, but it got cancelled, I think, before that. People,
Never even heard of that.
It's sort of a Goosebumpsy, but like
Is that
more
Pee Wee
mature.
Herman?
It looks like him. I'm not sure. Is his name reference? I'm looking at it now. I don't think it is, but it really does look like him. But I feel like I would remember. I would. I feel like I would have remembered that Pee Wee Herman was in Dust Till Dawn, the show. Did you watch that one? No, this is really great.
I loved the movie.
This is fantastic. I think I really, really cool interpretation of the characters. I think extends the story past where the movie ends as well. Yeah, really great. I'd really recommend that one. A bit more serious take on it. Hannibal, yes. I know you're a big fan.
Loved Hannibal.
Yeah, I enjoyed it as well. Mads is just phenomenal, I think, in that role.
Yeah, I absolutely loved that series. I would love them to bring it back in some way because it has been left with an opening. Yeah, I thought it was great. Great performances.
I feel like it'll happen at some point. It has to. Yeah. Like, there's no way it's not gonna.
Very different to. You've got to really divorce it from Anthony Hopkins' version.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? But a very, very good version of it. Yeah. Really,
I just love how like it feels sometimes. It's like when they're eating the stuff. It's like yeah. Haunting on Hill House. I didn't realize this was based on The Haunting.
Yeah.
Because I love that movie, The Haunting, the 2000s one, late 90s, early 2000s one, where he gets his head knocked off with the lion thing. Yeah, I love that. Does that scene happen in this?
I think so, from memory. Again, this was on the back of. They did another series before this. I can't remember what it was called. So this was kind of the second series of a. What was the first one called?
Well, is Hill House not the first one? And Bly Manor is the second one, no?
Oh, maybe I'm getting them mixed up. I just remember one of them having amazing jump scares, which I think was this one. And then I'm sure, remind us in the chat if I'm wrong, I'm sure if you go and Google this, there's ghosts and things slipped into tons of scenes in the show. And you have to go and kind of find them, as it were, but they're in like the backgrounds and things. And
Side note, I only learned the other day that there's multiple, 20 plus shots of Longlegs where you can see the devil.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And some of them are like, it's so obvious he's there. Like, it's crazy that I didn't notice that in the cinema. Yeah.
Me neither.
Like a proper big horned, fucking devil. Like, it's look it up. There's a YouTube shorts you can find where you can see it. Like, it's crazy. The Hunger, I don't know. Don't know this at all.
Oh, that's
David Bowie, isn't it?
Yeah, star. Yeah, I don't know. I've never heard of that.
Hosted season 2. The Hunger was an anthology show. I never heard of that.
No, never heard of it. Never heard of it.
I know you did that somewhere. I got halfway into it. So it's weird because I feel like I got over the boring part to when the kill started and I stopped then. It was okay. There's nothing really special about it, I felt.
Yeah, I never watched it.
Yeah, well, I like a whodunit, I enjoyed it. Yeah. The Mist.
Nope, never seen the movie either.
I've never seen the movie. The movie's good.
No, because I wanted to watch the movie and then I've seen the end on YouTube or clips of it, and it's like, I kind of, do I need to watch the full movie now when I know what the big kind of, I think it was on one of those Watch Mojo most heartbreaking horror movies or something like that. And I was like,
no. I'd say it's worth giving it a shot. Go. It's a good one. Poltergeist: The Legacy.
Christ, never heard of that.
Never heard of that one. I'm gonna have to look into that one. Yeah. The Purge. I still haven't watched this yet, but I love the movie, so I really should at some point. I'd say when the next one comes around, I'll be kind of in a Purge mood.
I love the Purge films, but I didn't know there was a TV show.
Yeah, it's on. I want to say it's on Amazon. I think it's pretty sure it's on Amazon. Yeah. Scream.
Yeah. So the first 2 seasons, I want to say.
Yeah, I think independently, I think that mask is really cool. But it's not Ghostface, But I like the first 2 seasons. I stopped then, and it's kind of a weird thing where the third season's like a reboot, and they use the mask and they use Kevin Williamson and stuff. But that's the shit season apparently.
I loved the first season of this. I thought it was really great. Like you say, it's not necessarily Scream. It's just a similar character in a horror kind. But
it's a whodunit slasher show. It's fun.
I really enjoyed it. Thought it was good.
Like a more hardcore Pretty Little Liars or something. Tales from the Crypt.
Loved it. Yep, very cool.
Yep, I've never seen a thing of this.
Have you not?
I've just all of
There's a good movie as well.
Of the, I've never watched
Tales from the Crypt. Demon Knight, I want to say, with Billy Zane, which is really good fun as well.
Yeah.
You can't take any of it too serious, but yeah, it's good fun. It's good fun.
Teen Wolf. I don't know. It feels like a bastardization of.
Apparently, it was
classic 80s
superb.
movie. Apparently, it was great, but I'm like.
So I didn't watch the series, but I think I watched a kind of made an end movie, or they did a big special or something that my kids were watching, and I happened to sit through it, and it was really good actually. I've got a feeling the guy who plays Superman in Lois and Clark, Tyler, I can't pronounce his surname, Hodgson. Yeah, I think he's in this.
I think so. Yeah. Remember right. Yeah. Just have a look at the comments. Based on a book, Hill House. Haunting of Hill House scared the bejesus out of me. I'm surprised you watched that effort, to be honest. I would have thought that'd be too spooky. Lots of famous actors cameo as ghosts in the 2 Haunting films. Last Summer series is a bit naff. Mist I loved and didn't need the series. Pure in Real Time, the TV series. The Purge series was great. Purge, alright. Big love for Poltergeist Legacy as a teen in the 90s. It was my friend. I never heard of it. Test of the Crypt is my more happy place stuff.
Yeah. There's another one there.
I'm not going to count that. That's not
Demon Knight.
I don't feel like Terminator is horror, you know.
Demon Knight, Good Call Triple J, Death from Bill and Ted was main actor for the good guys. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Tremors, the series?
Nah.
No.
Tremors lost me. After, I think, the first movie, and then the second movie was okay, and then, dear God, that's a series that rapidly went downhill.
Never seen it.
You never seen the first one?
Never seen it. No.
Oh, the first one's well worth watching. The first Tremors movie's classic. Right. But like proper classic. Do you know what I mean?
See, I feel like I shouldn't go out and watch some of these things now because I'm like, we'll do it at some point. Do you know what I mean? But then it's like that could be 2 years from now. You know, whenever a thing goes around, so I may as well just watch it. What we do in the shadows?
Love it.
Obviously, love it. So great.
Far superior.
New York City.
Yeah, superb.
Wolf
Never
Creek?
seen it. Nope.
No.
Not seen the movie either.
I've seen bits. I don't think I've actually watched one.
That's about the Australian guy, isn't it?
Who's, John Jarrett. And that's it. And then we
Tremors series slop. Truzzy, I tried Tremors show on Amazon. Pure mince, dog shit.
So that's the ones that's out. We have a few upcoming ones as well. The Conjuring Universe is getting a show. Crystal Lake Memories, obviously. Hostel show is on the way as well.
Nah.
None of them?
Hostel, not my cup of tea.
Hostel, no.
At
it's
all.
Paul Giamatti starring in it, wasn't it? We covered that.
That's right. Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah.
Not.
And then we have a new Poltergeist, and then the Halloween, whatever's going on with that. Yeah, new Poltergeist show apparently as well. And then the Halloween, there's a weird cinematic universe thing happening with that. We talked about it in our very first episode, I feel. Still no news on what that's going to be. So, out of all these, which would be the one you'd be most looking forward to?
Poltergeist, one of the horrors that freaked. I tend to go more for ghosty, supernaturally horror. That scares me more than slasher. Hostel, I'm not into body horror and stuff like that. I get a little bit more squeamish if it's almost reality. Now, going to a dodgy country and end up in a hotel and getting that kind of stuff done, no.
Oh my God. I still can't watch the blowtorch scene in that because it's just so awful. And like he gets the scissors and God. I always loved that poster though. I always thought that poster. I watched that poster when I was 10.
Maggots, fuzzy. Maggots. Just see.
Yeah. I like out of all these, like I love Halloween, so Halloween I'm very curious what they'll do with. But I think the Conjuring one is probably going to be like the best quality out of all of these.
I mean, to be fair, the Conjuring one, if that's like an anthology thing, each episode a different scary story, that will probably hold my attention more than
I think it'll be season. Like each season will be a different thing. If I remember right, it's a prequel. It's like a younger Warren's thing.
Can't be true of that.
Early. Oh Jesus! Yeah,
I freak out.
He stands up and it's, no, thank you. Yeah, and that's your whack, everybody. So.
Wrong show. You don't say that on this one, mate.
No. So that's our show. That's our episode of One Good Scare. Thank you everybody so much for watching. We had a good few on today. Thanks for keeping the chat alive as well. That's very nice. We will have I'll be right back on Alien up probably on Tuesday. What are you laughing at?
Because we recorded that one so long ago, I completely forgot we'd recorded it.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, shit, when am I going to squeeze an Alien to watch? And then you said, oh, I've got that one in the back. When the fuck did we record that?
I should have said, like, oh, we recorded last Tuesday. What are you talking about? Yeah. No, it's funny. Yeah, we recorded this back when Romulus was coming out, and then just for whatever reason, we never put it out.
Anyway,
I'll argue otherwise. So that's nearly done. That'll be up on Tuesday. So we'll have that, and then that's that for that week.
Good stuff. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. Really do appreciate it. Loads of people in the chat. What are you doing?
Excuse me, I knocked over.
You commented on me when we kind of pop.
So it was my deodorant stick, man. I knocked it over. Apologies.
You've been putting it on during the show.
No, I'm on my desk. I have a deodorant.
Big shot.
My desk is as messy as I leave a hotel room.
As always, you've probably got an open suitcase there. That's what that'll be.
I do have an open suitcase actually in my room right now. I still haven't unpacked from London. My stuff is like because it was washed.
To be fair, James. To be fair, you've been very busy. Yeah. Oh no, no, you haven't. No, you haven't. Sorrow saying great show, guys. Great show. Darkman Triple J is to do the wrong outro on the comic channel now. Yeah. Usual Keeks editing delays. Wow. Thanks for the company tonight. Okay, chaps. Listen, thank you so much. We really do appreciate you stopping by. Like James has said, we've had some good views here. We really do want some support on this channel. This is our bespoke horror channel. Me and James in particular, I have to say, put a lot of effort into the horror content. So we really would appreciate your support. We're closing in on 500 subscribers, I think. We're not far off.
Yeah.
So yeah, it would be very, very much appreciated if you could spread the word for it that this is the place to come for all your horror news and reviews. We've got Alien out soon. We've got a few other things in the pipeline to film. What's the next one we're recording? What have I got to watch next?
The next I'll be right back. The Conjuring for the Conjuring 2.
Okay.
For the Conjuring 4. Yeah. So
well, you know there's going to be lots of comment on there about us getting confused about which film's which and which characters, because doesn't that man cross over into the other universe?
That's Insidious. You're talking about
Insidious. I always get them confused.
Make sure you watch it. Don't watch it.
I'll watch the wrong friggin' film.
How funny would it be if we were like there recording and we were just both talking about two different movies? And how long it would take us to realize as well, I think would be pretty good. They are very similar.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah. So
anyway, with that said, James, is there anything else you want to say before we go?
Well, Peter, it's not Halloween, but I still think everyone's entitled to one good scare.